Happy 4th of July from Warsaw, Poland. This is Hal Waltz. As those of you who have read my books on politics and things of that nature know, I am a huge supporter and fan of Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, the founding fathers who created this wonderful idea of liberty and brought it forth on a new nation. Where did they get those ideas? They had been serfs and slaves for the most part for thousands of years in Europe, under the thumb and boot of kings and despots. Then they come to this new land, and all of a sudden they have these flourishing ideas of freedom. Even the ideas of Locke and other writers came after the experiment began. Well, my family's been here for over 300 years. My first ancestor to arrive in America was Hugh Gwynn. He landed here in 1613. There's still a statue to him on Gwynn Island. The myth that everybody steals their land when they get here is not true. It was given as a gift for saving the life of his daughter Pocahontas. So myth one exploded. But where do we get this new intellectual idea against Americanism and its greatness? I'm offended because I'm part Native American, and I know where those ideas came from. These guys came from Europe and invaded beginning in 1528 with De Soto, wiping out estimated 92% of the Native American population with smallpox, a disease unknown to them because they didn't live with their animals like Europeans. So they come back, the British do anyway, and find this decimated landscape still flourishing and thriving, those that survived the smallpox, and they descend upon it. When they got here and they see these people who serve no one, answer to no one, the women choose the chiefs, by the way. Ladies, get this. If you think feminism is new, it started with Native American women also. They control the property. The guy doesn't act right. You simply put his stuff outside the longhouse because he moved in with your family. That's why they were such good providers. The guys wanted to get out and go hunting all day because otherwise they hang around the log hut or the log house with his mother-in-law. So this society then chose its chiefs. Well, guess who are the only ones who could vote? The women. They chose a peace chief and a war chief. There could be no war with any other tribe without the vote of the women, the wives and mothers of those who would die. Most conflicts were settled by a game very similar to today's lacrosse, which, of course, the French copied from the Native Americans also. But these people did not have to serve any chief. They answered to no one. And that's where the American term that is no longer taught in schools, thanks to the elite that have taken over, like the Europeans once controlled everyone over there. That's the idea that came from Europe. Elitism and control of everyone's thoughts and the way they live. When they got here and saw people that served no one, if they wanted to follow what the chiefs decided, they could do it or they could not. But no one got to be chief without the women saying so, because they're the ones that paid the ultimate price, losing their sons and their husbands. So when you think of freedom and you hear on CNN or any of the media outlets for that matter about where all of these ideas of a man standing upright and being a rugged individualist and not having to adhere to the thoughts of any other person, he can state anything he believes proudly, that didn't come from Europe. That came from here. And when the people in the elite ivory towers try to talk about my America, they're talking about the America that some of my ancestors lived on long before they got here. So stop it. You're talking about Native American ideas and you're bashing them just because a handful of very bright gentlemen decided to adopt them and put them on parchment and offer them in a contract with we the people. You need to be quiet. These guys were copying probably the best system of government that ever was. Please don't ruin it. Thank you and happy 4th. And for your ideas of freedom, thank a Native American. Bye bye.